Hello, I am Test Drive, and welcome to episode 46 of Forza Motorsport 2. We're in this episode, we're going to be doing a rivalry face-off, because I have not done one of those in a while. And it's going to be the Fairlady Z versus RX. Basically, Nissan Z cars take on Mazda's rotary-equipped cars. And we won an Ings RX-7, which is just another tuner RX-7. It's actually the last one I have yet to unlock yet. And basically, it either must be a Fairlady or RX-7/RX-8. Didn't even look at that. But yeah, I have a car that I want to buy for this because, you know, I'm a person who's like, I want to use all the not like prize cars because, where am I going? We're using an RX-8, by the way. We're using an RX-8 Mazda Speed before I get distracted and talking about my little spiel. But yeah, I'm like, I want to use cars that the average player would probably not care too much to use, honestly. And I think we're going to go with silver, because I did use this car in Forza Motorsport 1. In the Let's Play I did, but it was blue. So I'm going to make it silver this time. And I have to upgrade it, because we need to be up to like 586, I think. But yeah, it's like, man, I could buy this car and be like, hey, you know, a lower percentage of players in this game bought this car to do this with compared to just using a... Ooh! You could put a 20B in this car? Shit. Put a 3-rotor in it? I'm pretty sure that's the engine out of the Unos Cosmo, too. No, it's normally aspirated. What is that out of? Because I think the Cosmo had a turbo 3-rotor. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We're not going to do that because that's not very much power. What we are going to do is we're going to turbocharge the shit out of this car. So 576, all right, because of the 335 horsepower, and we'll put some grippy boys on there. Well, grippier boys. And what kind of body kits do we have? Last off. Ooh, we do have body kits. Can't say I like those. Ooh, wait, I think I used that spoiler on the RX-8 in Forza 1. I don't remember. Something like that. Ings. Don't really care for side skirts that much on really any cars. That is an interesting hood. Alright, so this is going to be my RX-8. RX-8. I'd like to buy an RX-8 at some point. But it's like, I don't want to buy one with like 100 and something thousand miles. Because like engines and things and rotaries. But I also don't want to spend a lot of money on one. So, I don't know. Anyways, we got Suzuka, Sebring, Silverstone, and Sunset Peninsula infield. Let's get started on Suzuka. Let's go. I like how this entire Let's Play I've been like going back and looking through the playlist of my Forza 1 videos just to reference what cars I've driven or drove in that game compared to what I'm driving in this game. Also, top 3 cars or top 4 cars I think are rotaries. No, top 3. Because the Z31 was my other choice actually, and it's in 4th place back there. This car may be fast. Not gonna lie. Also, Suzuka full again. Nice. Does not handle incredibly well, though. As far as I can tell. Oh, wait. This is not Suzuka full. I'm stupid. Why would we start there if it was Suzuka full? Forehead. God, this thing revs high. That's just factory RX-7 or RX-8, though. Fucking red line at 9,000. Because, hey, Lamau, it's a rotary. And that's how rotary works. That's how Mafia work. That's how rotary work. All cones must die. Well, not those, though. Just the first set. The second set was too hard to get to without, like, ruining my line. Maybe if I get like super far ahead at some point, I'll get those. I'm surprised that I have the straight line advantage, considering all these other ones are tuned. Cone aside. Yes, death to all cones. They almost die. I still think my favorite cone-related game thing that I've ever seen was when Rhino was first playing Gran Turismo Sport, and he was doing the driving school or whatever it's called. He was in some little like Vitz or something. Ran over a bunch of cones, and in turn doing the cones, flipped the car over. That was really entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Those are my favorite memories of anything cone related in games. There was also a big cone meme back in the day, and like it was either Arrows or Rhino's chat. Don't remember whose it was. There was like this giant cone meme. Cone. Too bad you can't run over the cones and flip your car in this game. Although I don't think it's even possible to flip your car in this game. As far as I remember, at least. So my car might be a little bit overpowered, but that's okay. I'd rather be overpowered than underpowered and losing, so. But someday, I will buy a nice RX-8 in real life. Today is not that day, and neither will be tomorrow. But someday, whenever I have money to spend on one that has like 25,000 miles or something, I will buy an RX-8. I also feel like putting a turbo on an RX-8 is just not a great idea. I'm not gonna lie. Because they have engine problems anyways, and then you put a turbo on there, it's like, how long is this engine gonna last? 1 pull? 2 pulls? Who knows? Cone! Die. Oh god. Cone stroke back! Ah! Fuck! I got fucking karma'd by the cone. Son of a bitch. I didn't die though, not completely. Just had a bit of an off. They're memeing me back. They didn't like being oppressed. I'm kind of curious, random note, since the the camshafts, well, I think is it still under camshafts in this car? I don't remember. Whatever equates to camshafts in the rotary or in the RX-8, well, slash rotaries in general, in this game, I'm curious of how high you could get the RPM, the red line up to. Because if it starts out at 9,000, and oh boy, if you add some upgrades, it's going to be up there. I'm actually curious now. I'm going to have to look at that after this, done recording this, and see what it actually calls it. I would assume it would be like under rotors, because that's kind of your camshaft, because it's your moving parts. Although there shouldn't be a lot of engine upgrades, because in a normal car you have camshafts, you have pistons, camshafts, pistons, and I think head or something. I guess the head would still work, but you don't have camshafts and pistons in a rotor. You have rotors, and that's it. I guess there is technically a camshaft, because there's something that attaches the rotors to each other and spins them. I don't know. There's just fucking triangles everywhere. That's all I know. More triangles. I want triangles. Give me my triangles. Yes, Doritos. My engine is powered by 2 Doritos spinning next to each other. I was gonna say something about fucking the way they work. I don't know. It was gonna be stupid no matter what. That's all you need to know. The nacho cheese Doritos are the fastest. They come pre-ignited. No combustion needed. There we go. Could not remember the word combustion there for a second. Fuck it. Oh, I won. By the way, I am winner chicken dinner. What in the hell exactly? I see the strangest fucking things on Twitter. Ooh, I'm level 33. What am I gonna get? Lamborghini supercar models available in the Lamborghini dealership. I would have never guessed. Fucking clickhole. I hate it. Next race. I also love Ed Bullion's CL55 AMG. I want a CL65 AMG, but I don't want the repair bill that attaches to that if you drive it. But I want a CL65 AMG. Fuck, what do I do? I'm willing to spend my life's savings, which is not a lot, on a CL65 AMG. Although I'm more willing to spend my life savings on a Dodge Magnum SRT8. That's more likely to happen. Yeah, Sebwing. I'd like to go to Sebring at some point. Just to see it in person. I think that would be interesting. I like to go to a lot of tracks. Honestly, most tracks that exist and are in racing games I'd like to visit in real life. WC and IMSA. Let me just drive down there while it snows here. Because I could totally do that and then come back within the weekend. Yeah. It's totally not like 20 hours of driving for me to Sebring. Actually, it might be more. I don't actually know where Sebring is. Is Sebring in northern Florida, western, eastern, southern Florida? I actually don't know. Because if it was northern Florida, then it wouldn't take incredibly long. It would take like 12 hours, 12, 13 hours to get there, I think. Well, it took me like 8.5 hours to get to Atlanta. South Central Florida. Yeah, that's pretty far away. That's like an extra 8 hours of driving that I'm not prepared for at all. I wish I was. God, I wish I could fucking just drive down somewhere. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the stream. My life goal is to be able to do something for income that allows me to just, if I want to fucking, if I want to drive down the Sebring this weekend out of nowhere, I can do that. But I'm also not gonna lose income / job because of it. 24-hour plus trip. Yeah, that sounds like Arrow going down to Atlanta. Because I think it was over 24 hours for him to go to Atlanta. And I got to see him in person in Atlanta. It was great. I'd be really sad if if he truly isn't able to make it this year. Because then I'm probably not going to go down there. Arrow's from Ontario. Southern Ontario. Close to the border. Ah, fuck. But yeah, that's the life goal, is to just be able to do something where I can be like, hey, I want to take a random 20-hour road trip out of nowhere and be able to do that and either A, still work while I'm doing it, you know, like have something that's online based, or B, have something that I can just, you know, take a week off of and not lose any progress. Which is hard because, you know, when you take a week off of something, no matter what, you're going to slow down progress on no matter what it is. Well, for the most part, I don't know. You just got to bust ass beforehand to where you're covered for that week. All I want to do is travel. That's like the main thing I want to do in life, is travel. And damn it, I'm going to. Maybe this weekend. I'm still tempted to drive up to Chicago this weekend. Even though it's going to rain / snow / sleet all weekend. But fuck it. I drove back from Springfield, Missouri while it was heavily snowing. And I made it. It was 6 hours later, but I made it. If I can do that, I can fucking... And if I can do that in a rear-wheel drive box truck, I can do that in my 4-wheel drive truck to Chicago. So, fuck it. It's probably gonna happen. Yeah, that sounds about right. I know some people who live in Chicago that I want to see, and also I know somebody who wants to review my truck that's in Chicago. And I would also like to bounce video-related ideas off said person. So, and I'd rather do it in person than like over the phone or anything. So yeah. Which means tomorrow night I have to get videos ready for the weekend. I have to upload a few more videos, which is what this is going to come in great for. Because I'm going to edit these tonight, and I'm going to export them overnight, and then I can upload them tomorrow night. I don't like the new video uploader, because I can't like set multiple videos to upload like one after the other. At least as far as I can tell on YouTube, which kind of sucks, because it's like I use that a lot. And then like Friday, maybe after work or something, I can run through and put thumbnails on and titles and shit. Well, actually, I can just do that while they're uploading, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Because tomorrow's Thursday, I think, isn't it? I believe tomorrow's Thursday. I mean, I think I can get the old upload thing, but like, it's fucking YouTube. Okay. Today is hump day then. It's hump day! Guess what day it is? God, that fucking commercial. That just brought back a lot of memories from high school. Stupid shit that happened during high school when I was in high school that I don't really want to talk about. What the hell? 20 plays for a super. What does that mean? I don't understand. I have no clue what to think of that link either. I can't tell what that goes to. I don't know what Wang and Maxi official is. I don't know what that is. Is it like a mobile game or something? Or, well, not mobile game, arcade game. Drag Racer V3 is the best browser game. Changed my mind. Oh, it's actually an arcade game at a local arcade, huh? I remember playing fucking a Fast and Furious arcade game, and I randomly met some kid out of my high school that I didn't really like that much, but I didn't really hate him necessarily. But I met him at this restaurant, and I was like probably 12 or 13 at the time, probably somewhere around there, and we took turns winning races on the Fast and Furious arcade game. And it was pretty great because we got actually pretty far. I won 19,000 credits. And I didn't even look to see what my car level was, but I don't care. I feel like I've gotten enough car levels that everybody should know what's going on with the car levels. Alright, third race, Silverstone 2, which is the national circuit, I think. I haven't played an arcade game in so long. Well, I've technically played Guitar Hero Arcade this year. Well, not this year, in the past year span. 18 games, jeez. You have a lot of time in your hands. Because I know it was like a good 30-something minutes probably that we were fucking around with. Oh, this is the short circuit. Was not looking at the map. But yeah, it took like over half an hour for us to get like through like 5 or 6 levels of the Fast and Furious game. And sadly, our parents did not have the patience to wait any longer. But I think we also lost, so. Because like we were just fucking cruising. Yeah, the guitars kind of suck because at least the ones at the Six Flags by me that I've used, they don't have straps, so you have to hold the guitar, but you also can't sit down because there's nowhere to sit down around it. So you're awkwardly holding this guitar, and the buttons halfway work sometimes, maybe. And the fucking guitars are really heavy too. Like compared to a normal Guitar Hero 3 guitar. Driftu! Driftu! Oh, nani? I don't remember what the strum bar is like. Is it? I mean, does it not have feedback? I think it doesn't have feedback. Well, not feedback, but like it doesn't click. It's just one of those that, you know, you move it past a certain point and it plays, but it doesn't actually physically click whenever you do it, like. Like that. As I literally just pick up my fucking guitar. Flimsy. Oh, I guess, yeah, it kind of gets stuck, doesn't it? At least some of them do. If they've been used a lot, they kind of just don't revert back to the center at all, which kind of sucks. I want to, like, get really good at Guitar Hero Arcade so I can get, like, the high scores. Because I'm, like, pretty good at regular Guitar Hero. Like, on PC and stuff. But, like, it's so fucking hard to play the arcade version. And it also doesn't have hyperspeed, which fucks me up because I always use hyperspeed. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like Silverstone to me, but I also grew up with this version of Silverstone in this game, so I don't see it the same as you do, I guess. Brooklands. A crane? There's a crane over there. I like how I'm just kind of cruising in front, and like they are kind of moderately close to me, but they can never get close enough to actually pass me. Star power. I don't even think the star power, I guess it worked with tilting on the Guitar Hero, or the arcade one I've done. I actually played Guitar Hero Arcade at Cedar Point as well. You know, another big amusement park. But a lot better than Six Flags, I'm not gonna lie. Because they had, at Cedar Point, it's great. So, at Six Flags, they have just a few, at least the Six Flags St. Louis, they just have a few moderately sized rooms with a decent amount of arcade games, just simple stuff like get tickets or whatever. Cedar Point has like every arcade game you can possibly imagine, all in one area. Like they literally had Fast and Furious games, they had shooting games, they had fucking Guitar Hero, pinball, everything. And it's, you know, some of them had ticket. I mean, I don't think you actually got any tickets from anything in that place. It's literally just a collection of like every kind of arcade machine you can possibly imagine, and it's great. I love when I shift up to 5th and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm slowing down soon. And I instantly shift down to 4th. And I've done that every lap, I think. I do it a lot as well, just in random places. Playing the ZZ Top song on hard. Lagrange? Time Zone. That sounds like a cool place. It's a cool name, at least, for like an arcade. Yeah, the only place that I know that has Guitar Hero Arcade around me is Six Flags St. Louis. That is the only one I know of. Because all the other ones, like, I'm really sad that no restaurants I go to anymore have Cruisin' USA or Cruisin' World. Cruisin' the world. Oh, where am I going? Oh, and this stuff's slippery. Fuck. Get up. Go. No. Go away. You know what I said about cruising and just being in front of the AI and not passing me? Yeah, about that. Oh, the Spirit R is like, hello, I exist. Yeah, there is a new Cruisin' one, isn't there? A new Cruisin' arcade game. I don't remember what it's called, but I have seen it. Yeah, because Cruisin' World was like a Nintendo 64 game. Well, Cruisin' USA was a Nintendo 64 game, and I think Cruisin' World was just basically a reskin version for the arcade of Cruisin' USA. But one pedal, gross. Yeah, fucking Cruisin' World, you had the gas, brake, and clutch, and you also had a shifter, you had the steering wheel. That was where I learned how to drive stick. Funny thing is, though, that I basically learned the basic idea behind driving stick shift from those machines, because my dad showed me how to do it. Because you know you have gears and you go to a higher gear when you're going fast or whatever. Just like at the simplest form, I kind of learned how to drive stick shift from those arcade games. And then I got a steering wheel that had a shifter, a Fanatec steering wheel that had a 6-speed shifter. And then I really actually learned how to do it. Burger King has Battle Gear 3? Burger King? I don't think I've ever seen a Burger King with arcade games here. Because like all the restaurants that have arcade games around here are like like they're actual restaurants. They're not fast food. It's like the level above fast food. Where you actually go and you sit down, you get your food, and then you pay, and then you leave. And they have beer and stuff as well. Those a lot of times have arcade games still. I think Pizza Hut might have actually had arcade games though, now that I think about it. I don't remember. Rare color, rare color, rare color. But yeah, I remember mostly playing Cruisin' World on the arcade machines. And then that little bit of playing Fast and Furious. Alrighty. So, last race at Sunset Peninsula infield. Let's go. Oh, hiccups. Ah, balls. Fuck. I'm gonna hiccup again. Alright. Mario Kart DX. I think have I played an arcade Mario? I don't think I've ever played a Mario Kart arcade game. I've played actual Mario Kart and that's it. And I find it funny that I still do not own a single Nintendo product. There was only about a 2 or 3 week time in my life that I've ever owned a Nintendo product. And I had a Wii U, and then I sold it because I couldn't afford insurance for my truck at the time. So I had to sell my Wii U to afford insurance. Oh, fuck, Daytona USA. Never played Daytona USA, believe it or not, myself. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never played it. Especially not in arcade. I'd like to buy the remastered version that they have on consoles and stuff. But I am too lazy to do that. I'm too lazy to spend money on that. I've actually done really good recently at not spending money on games. I think the only game I've bought in like the last 6 months was Need for Speed Heat. That's the only game I've bought. I think. Because basically all the other games I have are from well before that. Yeah, I need to buy that. I should buy that at some point. The remastered Daytona USA. Because like I had a lot of fun playing fucking Horizon Chase Turbo, which is like a similar style game to Daytona USA. Of course, it's not the same because it's not NASCAR or whatever. God, I want to play NASCAR Rumble. I have that on disc on for PS1, and I want to play it on stream at some point. Oh God, car does not turn, by the way. I'm very glad that that drift did not end me in a wall. I very much appreciate that game. God, I need to play more games. I need to fucking figure out my Project Gotham Racing 2 situation, because I still want to play that. And I still want to play PGR 3. Play Chase for the Cup. Ugh. I don't even have Chase for the Cup. I have the 2 games around Chase for the Cup, but not Chase for the Cup. I have NASCAR Thunder 2004 and NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. And other than that, I have NASCAR 08 on Xbox 360, which is a great game. I played on stream once. I couldn't make a lap without spinning the car out at all. I do not have 07. I have 06. I have 06, 04, 06, and 08. And also Dirt to Daytona. Those are the NASCAR games that I currently own. I mean, besides the fact that I kind of have NASCAR Racing too, but I also kind of don't because I don't know where the disc for it is. It's probably long gone at this point. It's been lost for years. I have the disc case, and I also have the case for the Grand National Series expansion pack, as I'm reading it literally off the case right there. I have that and the disc still in it, but I don't have NASCAR Racing 2 disc. It's gone somewhere. I have a lot of really weird PS1 games too, like a lot of sports games. Because the thing is that, so my uncle had a PS1 somehow. I did not have a PS1. And my uncle happened upon, I think, you know, one of his girlfriends gave it to him at one point or something. It had a PS1 with just a shitload of random games on it. Nothing that really interests me still, like PGA Golf Tour and Madden NFL 98, bunch of sports games, and like just kind of weird other games. Like there's like a Atari game, like, you know, retro game thing, which is funny because it was a retro game thing in 1996 or whatever it was, whenever it was released on the PS1. But somehow he ended up getting rid of the PS1. I don't know if, you know, somebody took it or whatever, but all the games are still there, so I took all the games. Yes, there is actually an NHL game. I remember there being an NHL game, not in a case. I don't remember where it went. I saw it when I was cleaning the basement like a few months ago, and I don't know what happened to it after that. It's probably in that stack of discs right there. But I think it was NHL 99 maybe? Somewhere around there. I'll actually, after I'm done with this race series, I'm gonna fucking look up there and see what it is. See what I got. I'll just run through the old games I have. But yeah, I got all those games. And I don't think I've played a total of any of those games. At the time I would like play, I think it was, I don't even remember what games I played. I think there was the Atari one. I think it was Atari, because there was Paperboy. That's the only game I remember off of there. And I may have popped in an NFL game at some point. I mean, if you go, if you want to go by the actual oldest literal game that I have, that would be probably Sonic the Hedgehog 1, which I own on PC through Steam. So it's not actually a physical copy. The oldest physical copy of any game that I own is probably GT1 as well, unless I have an older sports game, which is very possible. Like I said, I have no clue when all those games were released. But we'll look through that in a second here. I just remember that fucking PGA Golf has like giant cases for PS1. I don't know why. Well, most PS1 games had like a simple little disc case, like a PC disc case. Some of them just have fucking massive ones, and I don't know why. And there's one that's like really fancy. It's like not even plastic. It's like, it's weird. It's like a book cover. It's weird. We'll have a look through them in here in a second. Oh no! Didn't hit the wall. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh god, the CM Market mobile port. I have that too. It's not great. It's not as bad as I remembered it being whenever I first got it. I played it not really recently, but probably a year ago now. And I didn't hate it as much as I originally played it, or when I originally played it. But it's not great. It's a mobile port on PC, and that's what makes it terrible. I also have Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 on PC, because I bought the Grand Theft Auto pack before GTA 1 and 2 were taken off of Steam, which was like 2013 maybe. Somewhere around there. And GTA 1, I confirm, does not like to play on PC very much on Windows 10. I've tried it fairly recently. It was a couple, well, maybe a month or two ago. I tried it, and it's not good. It does not like to run very well. Oh, is Driver of San Francisco not on Steam anymore? It's on Uplay still, I think. I brought, oh, what did I buy? Driver Parallel Lines, I think it was. It was either Driver Parallel Lines or Driver 3. I bought through Uplay because it was like 69 cents or something. So I was like, fuck this, I'm buying this. It got removed off of Uplay too? Huh. Because I have Driver San Francisco on Steam. So I'm not worried about that really for me. And winner by a lot is me. I believe that's the last race too. Okay, the AI did not know how to take that corner with my car. For whatever reason. Alright. Car level 4. 20% discount on Greddy. I did not take a picture of this car for a fucking thumbnail. I'll do that soon-ish. Alrighty, so there we go. We finished first in the Super Tuner Challenge. I've been awarded the 95 Ings RX-7 and 26,000 credits for winning, which is going to give me a lot of money over what I had before, which is nice. And there we go. 255. It's basically stock, but it has a body kit. And that's about it. Cool. So there we go. We have 790,000 credits. I'll have a look at my progression real quick. 51% through the game. Blah, blah, blah. 1,164 miles driven. Not too shabby. So that'll conclude this episode of Forza 2. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.